What's up, fam? You guys will see this on Sunday. So happy Sunday, guys. What will it be? It'll be December 15th, guys. I'm uploading a video right now, guys, that I'm talking to you guys. I'm on a roll. But thank you to all the people that said, there was someone that said, I need to learn how to say your name, but thank you for saying that you're happy I'm feeling better. Thank you for that. Thank you to my other follower that said, Bloom. I think you're something Bloom. And then user, forget what your name is, but thank you for saying, or telling me that you haven't tried the McRib in like forever. And then the other one saying that, was just telling me some other stuff about blogging and stuff. We have lemon tea in my cup tea, in my lucky mug that my mom got me with the, my name starts with an M. There's a ghost in here. I don't know why that thing just went off. What the heck? But we're having Jimmy Dean breakfast bowl. So you got your eggs, your potato, your bacon, your sausage, your chive onions, and this has got ingredients. Or this has got 360 calories. It's got 0 fat. It's got 2% sugar. It's got vitamin D. That's all it's got, vitamin D. But these used to help me when I was trying to lose weight before, guys. I would just eat these. So this is what it looks like up close. I don't know how I'm going to do with the eggs, guys, because I do not like eggs. Add a little bit of salt, just a little bit. And then we got a raisin bagel. And let's say grace and let's eat. Dear God, bless us for the juice name. Amen. And we're going to eat it. We're going to cut it in half. Here we go. I don't like eggs, so let's see how I do. Okay. Something's in my eye. I have a story time for you guys that I don't think I ever told you guys. Okay, so sorry. Okay. Cut back to the year is 2000 and 2004 or 5 or 6 or 7. I don't remember what year it was, right? But this is good. This must have like some nacho or something in it. This is the ingredients in the back of it. You see the bacon? I don't know what that white stuff is right there, but you got your potato, your cheese, your, so I don't know, but it tastes good actually. I like it's not this sausage biscuit and gravy one because they have one. And I've tried it. I actually like it. But I like this, whatever this is, but it's good. And you can see the little chive pieces of onion. If you look hard, you can see it. But anyways, cut to, okay, guys. So this is 2007. This is 2007, right? So it was me and my best friend, Jeff, his girlfriend, who was like my little sister, Kirsten, Kirsten's brother, his mom and dad. We did what happened was we did like this little, we all went and hanged out at our friend Adria's house, or however you said her name. And she lived way out in the country, right? And we were all hanging out, and it was a surprise because my mom was like, I knew she was having a birthday party. I didn't know I was going to get to go. Her mom had to ask my mom. And then my mom, I remember, she took me to Walmart, and we were choosing some different birthday gifts and stuff. And I'm like, why are we choosing birthday gifts? Whose birthday is it? I knew whose birthday it was, but I didn't think, she told me no, I couldn't go at first. And so, because she's like, I don't know the parents and whatever, right? So I remember I made a little sandwich. So I remember going to the store, getting her stuff. I didn't know who we were shopping for. And then we went to our church and we're sitting in the parking lot, and I'm like, why are we sitting here? What are we doing here? And then up rose my friend and she's like, surprise. And I'm like, wait, what? And then my mom's like, yes, Matt, we decided you've been so good this month and da 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 da. So we were like, let's just let you go have fun. So she picked me up in her Zion, the box, the old, when they first came out with the little rat commercial. She had one of those, a black one, oh no, a brown one. And I always wanted one because they're so big inside. And the sound system is amazing. So I remember she picked me up and she was like a gothic chick. I was a gothic person too back then. Because I'm like 15, 16 at the time. She's like 15, 16 at the time. I had a crush on her, but she had a boyfriend at the time. And okay. This is the only time I ever cheated with a girl who had a boyfriend. The only time. I don't believe in cheating, and maybe that's why I got my payback years later. But anyway, that's another story for another time to tell you guys that story. So anyway, so she picked me up at the church. My mom left. My mom went to because we were living with my grandparents at the time when this house was being built. And we all met at the McDonald's. And back then, I could just get hyper. I was always so hyper, but I loved life at that time. Like, I had no stress, nothing, right? So, just a little bit of arguments with my mom, but at that time, they weren't that bad. She was so busy with work, I barely even saw her. So, we were good. But, excuse me. But I remember we went to this McDonald's that was like kind of old McDonald's or whatever, and they had a playground. And I remember I was eating chicken nuggets and fries and a drink. I think I was drinking, my favorite drink back then was orange Fanta. So I was drinking orange Fanta and she was sitting across from me. And then a bunch of our other friends met up with us at the McDonald's. And then we were going to go to her house because that's where the party was. But it wasn't starting until like around 6, 7 o'clock at night. This is like morning, right? So, or no, this is like lunchtime. So I remember they were like, okay. They were like, I dare you to go down this slide. Like, I double dog dare you. And this is how the playground, you know how you used to like go in and you'd have to like zigzag and go up to the top. You'd have to crawl, just to make it fun for kids. And then at the bottom was always like the ball pit, right? So they dared me to go up to the top of the slide. And this is when McDonald's used to have playgrounds in them. They don't anymore. I don't know why. Well, that's my childhood. My mom would get the food. And me and my brother would go play in the playground and make friends and just have fun and eat a little bit and then go run around and have fun. And she'd be sitting there reading a book or something and just let us have fun. And you had to take off your shoes and just run around in your socks and have fun. And then she'd be like, come finish your lunch. Then you go back, Anyway, actually, that was my niece and nephew now. And I saw that with Angel too. Where they just want to run around and have fun. And then they're all red in the face and they don't really want to eat and they're all sweaty. Anyway. That's just people's childhood at McDonald's. So McDonald's has just got lazy. They want kids to be lazy now. They eat their meal and then they're gone. But anyways, even though Florida has the world's biggest McDonald's, look it up, Orlando, Florida. It's an international McDonald's. It has food from all around the world. And it has a humongous arcade upstairs for the kids. I got to do a video there. I'm going to do a video there. Now that I have my new phone, I'm going to do a video there, guys. I might take the bus down there and do a video. Yep, that's what I think I'm going to do. But anyways, I got up the stairs, right? I went up the stairs and I got in and then I was just about to go down head first, right? Head first. No. I was going to go down. No. I don't know if it was head first or backwards, right? My friend, Andy, he went first. And Andy was such a goofy kid, but he was so funny, but he had like a really bad home life, right? His father like was very abusive to him and stuff, and he just really could never have fun. And he was going to move out at 18. He was super close to 18. He was a little bit older than us. He was like 17. But he was such a cool kid, so down to earth. He had a bad rep for just being around the bad crowds, but he was still such a nice kid. Like, I don't know. Anyways, so he went down first because he's the idiot that dared me to do it. And so I went down, and this is when I'm slowly starting to put on weight, guys, because I'm like depressed, right? Because we moved to Florida. But anyways, So I go down it. I get stuck, guys, like literally stuck, like off of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when Alfalfa or whatever that fat guy's name was wanted the chocolate so bad and he got stuck in the tube. That literally was me, literally me at McDonald's. I got stuck in the slide and I think I was backwards. I don't remember if I was backwards or frontward. Guys, I swear to you, and I'm not even shitting it. I don't even know if it made the news. I don't remember. But I remember starting to have a panic attack because I don't like small places, right? I remember screaming her name, call 911, call 911. I remember the kids wanting to go down. I remember hearing the manager's voice, you're going to be okay, you're going to be okay, and trying not to laugh. And I remember there being like an audience of people watching me. I can see just out the little bit of hole. There's a little hole. You know how they have the little holes in the side? I could see everybody standing away around, just watching me, right? And then back then, I would have been viral because it would have made TikTok, it would have made YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. It would have been everywhere, but that wasn't around back then. The only thing that was popping at that time was MySpace and Facebook, and I'm probably on someone's MySpace. There was no Instagram, there was no Twitter, there was no TikTok. There was YouTube was there, but again, YouTube was just for the music. People were slowly posting their videos at that time. But anyways, I remember I was so freaking scared. I remember the paramedics came. They were so sweet. They were like, "Okay, sweetie," because it was two ladies and a man. They were like, "Okay, we're gonna cut you out," because they came and tried to pull my legs. I was backwards because I do remember them pulling my legs. But it was something around this area because these were just coming in. I was so pissed at these. Oh my God, I was so mad because I was just, you're a girl, you're a boy. It pissed me off. But that's what happens when you have so much testosterone or whatever the word is. So it came in and so they were stuck from here down my gut area, right? My waist was skinny, but it was like the upper part was the problem. And so all this was like up in my, like up here. And I felt like I was going to die, guys, because I'm backwards, right? So all the blood is rushing to my head. I keep telling them I feel like I'm going to pass out. I think I did pass out and then woke up and screamed. I remember them taking the jaw of life. They call it the jaw of life to cut people out of the car, right? When they get stuck in the car. They take the jaw of life. They saw an opening. Then they saw on the other side. Then they saw on the other side. Then the thing like, okay, so here's the slide, right? So I'm on top and I'm in the back. My head is down here. My feet are up here. They cut in the middle like they were going to saw me in half. So I remember hearing this part go like that. And I remember just falling forward. And like, hi guys. Like when I came back and they were just like laughing. And I felt so freaking embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. But everyone like clapped and everything. And then the manager was so sweet. She was such a sweet little Puerto Rican lady. She was just like, she was like, listen. She's like, stop doing dares. She's like, I heard them daring you. Why did you do that? She was not, I didn't have to pay for nothing. She was more worried about me. Like she kept saying, are you okay? Here's a free drink. Here's a pie. Like she was like, she did not want to get sued. I'm like, it was my fault. How can I sue you? It's not your fault. And then I never told my parents that story. I don't know how my mom and dad didn't hear it, but it did make the news. That's probably why. Because we were so far out in we were just not anywhere my mom would have found out. But we laughed about it for so many months afterwards. They told people at my church, it got around at the school. It was just so embarrassing, but it was like a funny time. Do you know to this day, I have never been down a slide at McDonald's ever, even though they don't have them anymore? When I used to take my son to McDonald's back in like 2014, 2015, or 2014, before they started getting rid of the playgrounds, I would stay at the bottom of the slide and meet him because I was like, and I was fat. I was almost 700 pounds. There's actually a picture of me and him at the playground at McDonald's because the way that we would do it back then was because we both didn't drive. My ex or my girlfriend, his mom, were going to work with her mom, and across the street from where her mom worked was the McDonald's. So we would stay at the McDonald's all day, and then my mom would drop me off, come in, hang out with them a little bit, give my girlfriend a hug, hang out with Angel for a little bit, and then, maybe buy us something to eat or whatever, or breakfast. And then she would leave, and then she'd be like, all right, just call me when you want to be picked up. And so we would just like hang out until like almost, her mom would always get off work like around 4 or 5. And then I love her mom. Her mom was so cool. She'd be like, you can just come spend the night. Like, there's like, I'm okay with it unless your mom is like, no. But sometimes I would like spend the night with them. And then the next day we would just come back to the McDonald's and my mom would pick me up there. And that's literally just how we did it for like the longest time because we both didn't have our license and we both didn't have a car. So we would just, our moms were kind of like back in high school when, you know, they take you to go see your girlfriend. It's like that. But anyways, I was so embarrassed. But then, so we went to her birthday party. Guys, we had so much fun. Her mom, I'm trying to think, who does her mom remind me of? Her mom was like, who's a cool mom that people would have been like, they know who she is. I'm trying to think of a cool mom on TV. Her mom was like Reba McEntire in the Reba show, just like that, like down to earth, country, fun. Like it reminded me of living in Ohio. Like their farm was so cool. There were like dirt bikes. We could play, back then we used to play, it was called, oh my God, what was it called? Not Manhunt. What was it called? The name sounds bad, but it's almost like hide and go seek, but country style. Excuse me. It's not hide and go seek. It's called Man something. I don't know what it was, but it's like hide and go seek. But it's like a group of you would go hide, and it would be so dark on their farm, like super, super dark. And they raised horses, and then you had to be careful of the dirt roads because idiots would speed up and down with their dirt bikes, and you could get hit. So you had to really listen out. And I remember my friend, his name was Andy. Yeah, I said his name was Andy, I think. I remember Andy and me were playing on the team, and this is when Andy started smoking, right? And so he was smoking a joint. And I remember he's like, you want to hit this? And I was like, nah, I don't want to hit it. Like, dude, I'm good. He's like, stop beating up, beep. And so I was like, fine, I'll try it. I tried it. Oh my God, my eyes were red shot. I was super, super hyper. Like, I felt like I was at superpower. I was running around the farm, just, anyways. And I said, what the hell did you give me? And he's like, it's called weed, and da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, okay, like, I've never been on that shit. That was the first time I ever tried a drug, ever. It was weed. That was the first one. Am I proud of it? No, not really. Did I do it again? A few times, but because growing up with asthma, I was always told I should not smoke because it will basically slowly kill you. And so I never smoked. But when I was down here in Florida, I would hit the joint once in a while, and I would just never inhale. I would just like that. Like I would never make it go down my throat or in my lungs. So they said, you're not really smoking. So I'm like, well, I don't care. They're like, you're doing what the movie stars do. They just like that. And so that's literally what I did. And that's how, you know, I never got addicted to nicotine or nothing like that because I don't know. Like, I mean, I know people that smoke are super skinny and then they have burn marks in their hands right here. Their teeth are super bad, badder than mine. And their lips are all messed up and then they just always smell like smoke in their clothes. I just couldn't do it. I did not like it. My girlfriend smoked. She did. She smoked Newports and I used to buy them for her all the time. All the time. I didn't like kissing her either because it always smelled like smoke. I'm like, do we have to kiss? Just kiss me on the cheek. Like, ugh, no. But when I tell people that and people who I know that smoke weed are like, you got a bad batch, you got a bad batch. But you know, oh, I have another story to tell you guys. I don't know if I told you guys this. Anyways, I remember, I'll never forget. So me and Jama were hanging out and we were just driving. Right? And one of those new cannibals, whatever the stupid story, I can never say it right. It sounds nasty when I say cannibal because that's, you know, anyways. Cannibalists, I don't even know how to say it. It's one of those weed shots, right? That have all those edibles and all that stuff, right? I don't know if I'm gonna get flagged. But I remember me and Jama were driving and we were like, I wasn't sleeping at the time. Jama had a really bad back problem, right? From standing all the time. I had really bad knees. I was still working at Universal at the time. And I remember, so this was 2022. Yeah, this was 2022. I was still working. And my grandpa was still alive. And I remember we went in the shop. We were looking at all the different stuff like the hookahs and the bongs and all the different stuff that they had in the store and the different cool things and the incense and they had soda and they had chips for the munchies and they had all this different stuff and they had like super cool lighters and stuff like that. And, you know, it was really cool in the shop. I was like, this is kind of really cool shop. So we were talking to this guy. You could tell he was a hippie. Because he had like these big gauges and nose ring and tongue ring and eyelash ring and like tattoos everywhere. But he was such a nice, nice, nice guy. His name was Kevin. So Kevin was like, yo, I'm really good with his name. So Kevin was like, yo, what can I help you all with? And we were like, she's like, I'm just looking for something to help me like with my back. So he was like telling us which ones. And then he's like, what do you need help with, big guy? You know, he's like, big. They call me Pops. They call me Pops. Every Puerto Rican person or Dominican or Mexican person, I'm always called Pops. I don't know why. It don't bother me. I love it. It's just like, what's up, Pops? Or something like that, right? So anyways, so he's like, what's up, Pops? He's like, what can I help you with? And I was like, I just want to sleep. I don't sleep at nighttime. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to give you an edible. And I was like, all right, cool. What the hell is an edible? He's like, explaining it to me. And then he's like, but just take half because you're new at this, right? Or take a quarter of it, right? So he gives me the little bag of it. It almost looks like these, like Tums, right? These are Tums, but it almost looks like Tums, right? And so you see, it says Tums, 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 and it says for Matt. I don't know why my mom need to be writing my name on it. But anyway, so it looks like Tums. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we buy the little bag. You think it was like $35 or something like that, right? And it was like passion fruit or something fruity name or whatever it was. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not a girl, but cool, I'll take it. So I remember, and then he gave us like 2 free sodas. It was some package deal that he had. So Jama bought something. Hers was like $50. Mine was like 35. She paid for both of us because I was broke. And then we got in the car, and I remember we got in the car, and we're like, do we take it now or do we wait or what happened, right? So I remember we didn't even leave the parking lot yet. So we got it. We took it out of the package. We took like a Jama had scissors, little small scissors on her keychain. So she took the scissors, she cut it in half, right? She clip. She took half, I took half. Because she read it and she's like, I don't think you should take a whole one. I think you should take a half of one. And I'm like, the guy said take a quarter of one. He's like, yeah, but he don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, yeah, he does. But anyways, Jama's like the type of person to live on the edge. So both of us took a half of it, right? It didn't bother me at first. We're just driving or whatever. Guys, I swear to God, I started seeing things. I started hallucinating. I started like just feeling weird. I'm laughing, guys, to death almost. I'm laughing so hard. I can't even breathe. And like all of my jaw and everything, these muscles right here hurt. My chest is hurting. Then I look at Jama. She starts laughing. We should have recorded it. There's a few YouTube videos of us laughing that hard. And we're just like laughing. And then at the same time, she's like driving very slow. People are honking at her. Then I remember we drove way out in the country and we're laughing and whatever. Windows are down. I'm screaming. I'm laughing. I'm saying hi to people. People are looking at me like I'm cuckoo. Jama's like, nah, man, you can't be doing this again. Because I'm like twerking at all the lights. I'm like jumping up and down. I'm like flashing people. Like, oh my God, guys, it was so bad. I'm a hyper drunk. I'm a hyper person when I'm on drugs. Like, just fun. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not a good scene, right? I probably would go viral if I did it, but I'm good. So anyways, I remember she brought me home. I'm laughing so hard. So she brings me home. She goes around the neighborhood, comes in and like by the bushes because she didn't want my mom to see her because she just was like, at that time she didn't talk to my mom. So I remember trying to get out the car. No, first, I remember trying to open the door and I could not get the handle. I couldn't, because my hand felt so long, right, to try to get the handle. And then I'm like, boo, I can't open the door. And she's like, open the door. I'm like, I can't open the door. And then she's like, all right, let's just sit here for a minute and see what happens. So we sit there for like a good hour. It felt like only 30 minutes, but we sat for like a good hour. And then she's like, all right, I gotta go. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm like, boo, just stay here tonight. Like, this is dangerous. You should not be driving. But she said she felt fine after a little bit. Like, she was laughing, but that's all that happened. But she was drinking water too. And I know you have to stay hydrated when you're on it. So she was like trying to flush her system. So I guess she got some of it out because she felt fine. She wasn't laughing like me anymore. Or maybe it just hit her different. I remember finally I opened the door. I couldn't even step down. I was walking like a horse. You know how a horse picks up their legs like that, like that. That's what I was walking like. And then I go up to the front door. I wish I could get that camera footage because I'm like laughing so much. I fall over I remember I come in the house. I remember my mom is like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine." And then I went to like go take off my clothes and get into comfortable clothes, and I'm like laughing still, ha 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 ha, ha like that, right? And my mom was like, "Are you sure you're okay?" And then I called Jama just to check on her, and we're still laughing, or I'm laughing. And she's like, "Boo, you can't do that no more. You're gonna get me in trouble. Like, that's not good. Da 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 da. Like, they'll say I'm a bad friend. I'm not a good influence on you, something like that." I'm like, "I'm not a kid. Who cares?" And then I got off the phone with her because then her daughter called her. So she talked to her daughter, and she said she would call me back. She never did. And then I remember I for whatever reason had the munchies. So I started eating. And then I was trying to sit there and watch, I think I was trying to watch like SpongeBob or something. I don't know what the hell is SpongeBob when you're high. It looks crazy as hell. And I remember my heart started beating really fast. I'm like, oh shit, I think I'm having a heart attack. So I jump up, I run into where my mom was in the family room. She's watching some church show. And I'm like, "Mom, something's wrong." She's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I don't feel right. I think I'm having a heart attack." So she runs into my grandpa's room because he's still alive. And she goes and she gets that thing to check your oxygen that you put on your finger. She puts it on, everything looks normal. She checks my heart rate, everything looks normal. She's like, "Just go take a hot shower and then just sit down." So I go in the shower, guys. I don't even know how to turn on the thing. I'm freaking like, I don't even feel the water touch my body. That's how freaking high I was. So then I dry off, whatever, put on my pajama, and then I go lie in bed. Guys, I twist and turn the whole night, and then I passed out. And I didn't even know I fell asleep, guys. And I was like, damn, dude, like, I was like, I don't want to be on this shit ever again. Because I felt like I was dying inside. I did not feel good inside. So I don't know how people be getting high every single day, 24/7. I know it's supposed to numb how you feel. But I don't like it. I don't like it. But yeah, that's my cuckoo story, guys. But I love you guys. I didn't even finish, guys. I'm full. And I have one bagel left. I get full really fast. I don't know why. And I know people say he doesn't even do a full-on mukbang because he doesn't finish the food. Yes, I do. I try to. I just get full. I get something that hits me right here, and I'm just like, I can't. Because if I keep going, I'll feel sick until I throw up. So I'm just like, nah, I can't. So, but anyways, guys, yes. So you'll see this on Sunday. Go watch yesterday's video. I talked to you guys about my mom a little bit, about her history and like how cool she was when she was younger and what she did. So go watch that. And then the one before that is a Wendy's mukbang. I do the 4 for 4. The one before that is let me see what the one before that is. Let me see. I can tell you right now. Let me tell you right now. Oh, I didn't link Mom and Dad's channel. I need to. Okay, so not yesterday. Yeah, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday was a Wendy's video. The day before that was Chick-fil-A. The day before that was Fort Christmas. That's at 31 views. Chick-fil-A is at 34 and Wendy's is at 15. And then the one before that is a story time and it's at 90 views. So, and then Taco Bell is the one after that. So yeah. The first time I lost my virginity is at 132 views. Y'all need to give that to 1,000 if you liked it that much. But my Philly cheesesteak wrap is at 50 views. That's all of that. And what I think is hilarious is that the video where I said I'm a survivor, you guys, no one even really like blew that one up. And that was a hard video for me to tell you guys. Like, really hard video. Really hard video. But I love you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. This iPhone 16 is awesome. Bye. Oh, we're going to SeaWorld in like 2 weeks, so I'm going to try to record it. Okay, guys? I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Go get you some Jimmy Dean. This is really good. Not sponsored by Jimmy Dean. Okay, bye.